All right, thanks everyone. This is bright and early for me too. I'm Greg Meyer. As Alon said, I'm a software engineer here at Datadog. And we've been working very hard on the next generation agent. The current version of the agent has been with us for a number of years, the current architecture. We've rewritten it a bunch of times, and we've made it a lot better. And in doing that, we have learned a lot of lessons. We've learned that Python is a pretty great language for allowing users to extend the agent and experiment and tweak things and write their own checks. But it leaves us wanting on performance. It does not have very fine-grained resource control. And Python threads are not that great, and that leads us to run 3 different processes for the agent. We've also learned a lot of lessons in terms of distribution. Writing an agent that will run anywhere is very hard, particularly if you want it to be unobtrusive and run unobtrusively. Dependencies are not a very fun thing to manage. And so these are very hard problems. We decided to rewrite the agent in Go. So we can take advantage of Go's multi-threading. We can take advantage of Go's better resource control, and also its much lower overhead. And when we did the rewrite, we had 2 big requirements. The first is that it be a mostly drop-in replacement. We wanted it to be easy for all of you to switch over to our Go agent. We wanted it to be, we wanted all of you to do it. And we also wanted it to be able to run Python checks, because I know all of you have written, probably all of you have written custom Python checks that are running in your infrastructure. And so we wanted all of you to be able to move those checks over to the new agent, and we didn't want you to have to be able to recompile things in order to make your Go agent run custom checks. So what we did is we took CGO and embedded the CPython interpreter in the Go runtime. So now we can run your Python checks from within the Go agent. So I'd like to introduce Agent 6. Just this morning, we've open sourced it. We have a new repo for it even. You can see it at github.com/datadog/datadog-agent. And I'm sure that some of you will be checking it out pretty soon. And we've added a bunch of new features and new cool things within the agent. We've built it with Windows in mind from day one. I know that some of you have had problems running the agent on Windows. Now it will run much more seamlessly on Windows. There's a bunch of cool incremental things that we've done, cool big things that we've done to make it run better on Windows. We've made containers into first-class citizens, so now the agent will run more seamlessly on containers than it did before, and with a lower footprint. We've made it easier to build and develop locally, so that you all can take it, run it, build it for yourself if you want a custom agent build, and also contribute back to it. So we've made it a lot easier to contribute to as well. We can now also build it to target more systems, particularly targeting the Internet of Things and embedded devices. We have a special build of the agent that we will be distributing that we call the puppy agent, because it's very small, that is particularly targeted to run on Internet of Things and embedded devices where a very small footprint is absolutely necessary. The new agent will also enable us to have truly global percentiles. This is a feature that's going to be announced soon on the back end, but the agent's going to include it, and it will enable you to, rather than having per node percentiles as we currently do, have actually global percentiles. We've renamed, yeah, it's very exciting. We've renamed service discovery to auto discovery. We've ripped out the hard dependency on the Docker backend so that now we can have more backends with different container services. And also, we've made it faster and better. We have more flexible configuration now as well, both at build time. If you want to build your own agent, there's a whole bunch of compilation flags that you can use, but also within the actual runtime configuration. And finally, dogstatsd has much, much higher throughput. We're seeing an order of magnitude increase in dogstatsd throughput, and I know that's going to be very exciting for a bunch of you here. So this is a super exciting part. Let's talk about some benchmarks. CPU usage has decreased by about 1/3. Memory usage has also decreased by about 1/3. And file descriptors, this is a bit less exciting probably, but have also decreased by about 1/3. And today, we're starting an open beta. So anyone who wants to join in with the agent beta can do it. And you can go here to this short URL to join the beta. Now, there's a few things with the beta that you should know before you join it. And the first is that there's a handful of checks that are not yet fully supported. So if you rely on a certain checks, and they're going to be listed in that list in that page there, you're not going to want to join the beta. But other than that, the agent is pretty stable at this point. And so it's ready for people to try it out. And we're very excited that people are going to be trying it out. I'll leave that up for a second if anyone wants to grab a picture of it or anything. But yeah, we're very excited. And if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them, either here or after we're done. Yeah. So it's going to run the Python checks. Some of them won't be ported to Go. We just don't need that speed. It can run Python checks. It can run checks concurrently, and so it can run the Python checks semi-concurrently as well. So we will be porting some over, but many of them will remain in Python because it makes sense for them to remain in Python.
Yeah, I think the only checks we're initially planning to port over to Go were SNMP, some of the Docker checks, some of the Go XBAR pieces. But in general, we love Python. You all tell us you love Python. Compiling checks is nasty, as Greg said. So we'll keep this shareable and maintainable.
We're moving the system checks over as well.
Will it support creating new custom checks in Golang?
Yes, you will need to recompile the agent, but yes.
Okay, that's.
We're looking towards having a plug-in architecture, but that is nowhere near available.
Probably the only person here interested in the Windows features, but can I run PowerShell checks now, or is that something completely? I still have to call it.
That's not something we currently support.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're interested, please give us a feature request and we can look into that.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, Greg.